So I was here in the summer of 2014 for the first time. At the time, iXperience was just kind of going around the country to a bunch of different campuses, and they somehow reached out to someone in my club. I got here and I found it to be even more innovative and technologically advanced than I expected. And my mom was actually worried I wasn't going to come home because I kind of made hints that I could see myself living here. And it's actually been, I think, a huge differentiator for me as an applicant and just in conversation in general, because a lot of the times when you're trying to stick out in a pile of resumes, it's oh, you went to this summer camp, or you worked at this bank. It's all kind of the same stuff. But when someone's going down and they see, oh, South Africa, and then they go over and they're coding in South Africa, it just raises a lot of curiosity. In their mind associates you with oh yeah, that was the Cape Town kid, that was the kid who was willing to go and do something out of their comfort zone. And it says a lot more than it says on paper.
On the bus ride to where we were staying, I remember just staring at the girl next to me and being it's so beautiful. And she was yeah, I know. I was no, it's so beautiful. And she's yeah, dude, I know, I can see. I don't think I've ever lived in a more beautiful place where I can just see the ocean and then see the mountains and go to class.
I am big on the idea of I need to find something that I enjoy doing in life. My goal is to find something that work is not work for me. It's more of having fun. I am obsessed with virtual reality, and I am confident that I'm going to pursue VR or AR. This is the future of technology, and I want to be a part of it as soon as possible.
When I am in class at school, we're in a lecture room of up to 300 people. There's not a lot of room for discussion or collaboration, which is, a learning style that has its own pros and cons, but it's completely different here. And there really is an emphasis on learning things through applying them to real life situations. Everyone's at different levels and has different educational backgrounds, but it's really cool to see how we're all coming together to make really cool ideas come to life.
When we get to class, we just start on our projects, mostly because all of us are so eager to keep working on what we left off on. Some people test their stuff out on the computer. Everyone's talking to each other or just working on their own project. It's very informal, but that's my type of environment.
Everything is kind of what you want to put into it, since there's no grades and no exams or anything. It sounds kind of nerdy, but it's almost enjoyable to be coding all day and really pushing myself.
So for the internship, I would genuinely be excited to go to work every day because I knew I was doing something that I viewed as really important and really fun.
My third year, I interned at SpaceX in LA. It was really amazing because for me personally, in order to wake up inspired and motivated to work in the morning, it needs to be doing something that I feel is having an impact. And there's very few missions for companies that are larger than making humans a multi-planetary species. When you get to walk into the office and see giant spaceships and rockets all over the place, it's pretty cool. And
I think part of why I ended up there is the recruiters were super interested in the uniqueness of my experiences, and that was contributed to by my past iXperience stuff.
Since I was here the first time, I got into rock climbing a lot. It's more of a creative problem-solving experience than people think. And so you kind of have to sit back and think, if I do this, what's going to happen? You think through your options, and it actually kind of translates to a bunch of real-world skills, just like many sports do. When you get to the top, it's just this feeling of kind of triumph. Right now my class starts at 2:30, so I'd wake up at 7 a.m., go climbing for a few hours, then I come back, shower, change, and go to class. That's a great way to start your day.
I have never grown up so fast as I have in this 1 month. Being here is the most transformative experience because you're submerged in this environment where everyone is really bright, and it makes you grow up pretty quick, academically and personally and culturally, and all of those things at once is very demanding but very, very, very rewarding.
Aside from discovering what I want to do with the rest of my life, what I really was excited to get from this program was having a tangible technical skill that I could actually come out of it and feel confident being able to apply it elsewhere.
I feel like I extract a ton of value from this experience, even the second time. It gives me the confidence to know that no matter what I want to learn, I can learn it. So when you're first starting and you see the experts at the top and like the people that are highest point in their profession, and it's kind of intimidating being like, oh, I can't do that. And so we pretty much learned something that I thought was incredibly intimidating in 2 weeks, and now I'm doing it and like making something that I thought would be multiple months long endeavor. It's really powerful to know that anything is at your fingertips if you want it to be.